Today marks the 53rd edition of Earth Day, and climate experts hope to highlight the drastic changes done to our planet and the consequences that lie ahead.
NATO allies pledge more military aid for Ukraine as defence ministers meet for talks at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Poland and Romania pause restrictions on grain imports from Ukraine until the European Commission decides on the issue.
As the conflict in Sudan shows no signs of respite, EU countries are planning to evacuate their citizens. Today marks the 53rd edition of Earth Day, and it's clear more has to be done to clean up our planet. The last 8 years have been the warmest ever recorded, and according to the World Meteorological Organization, the world's glaciers melted at dramatic speed last year, and saving them is effectively a lost cause.
Unfortunately, we have already lost the melting of glaciers game because we already have such a high concentration of carbon dioxide, and the sea level rise may continue for the coming thousands of years, and also the melting of glaciers will do the same.
In London, climate activists from the group Extinction Rebellion began 4 days of protests, hoping that 100,000 people will gather outside Parliament this weekend. This year's theme of Invest in Our Planet hopes to inspire world leaders from around the world to take environmental action in the hope of slowing or even reversing the damage done to our planet.
The US is to start training Ukrainian forces on how to use and maintain Abrams tanks in the coming weeks as it speeds up efforts to get them to the battlefield. It was one of the points revealed during a defence ministers' meeting on Ramstein Air Base in Germany on Friday.
We've also expedited our M1 Abrams timelines to supply Ukraine with more armored capability in the coming months. And all of this is huge progress. And I am confident that this equipment and the training that accompanied it will put Ukraine's forces in a position to continue to succeed on the battlefield.
Supplying heavy weaponry such as tanks and artillery has sometimes been a contentious issue among Western nations. However, supporters say it will make a crucial difference to Ukraine's ability to fend off Russian aggression. US General Mark A. Milley said Abrams tanks are the best in the world and that they would be very effective on the battlefield. Romania and Poland are allowing Ukrainian food products to pass through their territory until the European Commission decides on the matter. Bucharest is calling on others to do the same after Kyiv promised to implement more security measures for the transport of farming products.
Suntem principalul coridor de solidaritate pentru cerealele din Ucraina, pe care l-am organizat, îl întreținem și îl păstrăm în respect pentru poporul ucrainean.
3 other Central European countries, Hungary, Slovakia and Bulgaria, also introduced food import bans from Ukraine earlier this week. The countries say they brought in the restrictions to protect their farmers after being hit by excess Ukrainian products. The European Commission is due to decide on the issue next week.
Heavy gunfire has continued in Khartoum, with calls for ceasefires not being honoured. Sudan's top general on Friday declared the military's commitment to a civil-led government, an apparent bid for international support, as the army battles the rival paramilitary group, the RSF, in a bloody power struggle that has derailed hopes for the country's democratic transition. Seven days of fighting in the capital and elsewhere in the northeast African country have left more than 400 people dead and over 3,500 people injured. EU countries are planning potential evacuations of its citizens. In a joint press conference, Germany and Spain again called for another ceasefire. Likewise, the United States has confirmed the deployment of US troops to Sudan to facilitate a possible evacuation of US embassy personnel in the country. South Korea too has already sent soldiers and military aircraft for a similar procedure.